ASMR Gaming News. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin. So let's just jump right in with arguably one of the coolest pieces of news for the week, especially if you're a Star Wars or Fortnite fan. So, Fortnite yesterday, just randomly out of the blue, they announced that Anakin Skywalker is going to be coming to Fortnite. So we're gonna get an official Anakin Skywalker Fortnite skin on the item shop, and so many people are excited about this. People have been asking for Anakin for years now, ever since we first got those original, Star Wars skins from the new trilogy. We were getting Rey and Finn and characters from those movies, and you'd always hear people saying like, oh, it would be nice to have Obi-Wan, Darth Vader, Anakin, Yoda, stuff like that. And little by little they started giving us fan favorites like Boba Fett. We got Darth Vader, we got Obi-Wan, but Anakin, we never really got Anakin. So a lot of people were just, kind of hoping that would happen one day. Well, Epic Games just announced it, and it's not only going to be an Anakin skin, but apparently there are some hidden files in Fortnite. Not gonna get too much into that, but people are saying that we might see some other characters get some Fortnite skins. Nothing has been confirmed yet, but people are saying it could be Cal Kestis from the new Jedi game that just came out, Jedi Survivor. I'm sure some of you probably heard about this game. Kind of a big deal. But yeah, we're getting Anakin Skywalker finally, so this is super cool. Now, we don't have an exact release date yet for when the skin will be releasing. Apparently Fortnite is going to be doing some kind of special Star Wars event in Fortnite for May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, which is official Star Wars Day. So they're going to be bringing back lightsaber items on the map, as well as some other Star Wars related mythic items. Now, we don't know what those are. Some people are saying they're like force abilities or something like that. I can't wait to see what the new abilities are. But lightsabers are confirmed to come back. And there's also a rumor circulating that we're not just getting Anakin, but we might finally get a harvesting tool. That's a lightsaber, like customizable lightsaber harvesting tools. And this has been something that people have been asking for a very, 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 very long time. And basically, what's going on is Fortnite has not really given the fans an official Star Wars lightsaber harvesting tool yet. There are lightsabers in the game when they have an event with Star Wars, but usually after the event ends, the Star Wars weapons are removed, and there's no official kind of lightsaber harvesting tool. Now, people have come up with all types of theories why this has never happened. Disney maybe doesn't want lightsabers in Fortnite to be harvesting tools. People are saying there might be some kind of contract with Disney and Fortnite that doesn't allow that. Maybe like a limited time item. They don't want everybody using lightsabers on a ton of different, skins after the event ends. But we have an image, and the image of Anakin that's supposed to be coming to Fortnite has Anakin holding a blue lightsaber. And a lot of people have checked design of the lightsaber that Anakin is holding. And people have come to realization that this lightsaber that's in the photo with Anakin does not exist in the Fortnite files yet. Like, it's not from a previous Star Wars event. It's not Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, Darth Vader's, or anyone else's, Kylo Ren's, you know? It's not Rey's lightsaber. It is a completely new lightsaber. So, people right now have kind of two expectations, I would say, of what's going to happen. So there are people saying that this officially confirms that we might be getting an official customizable lightsaber coming out when the Anakin skin comes out, which will allow you to customize your lightsaber to a purple, red, green, yellow, you know, blue lightsaber. And we're finally going to have a harvesting tool. Or they're going to add an Anakin weapon, like lightsaber, into the game. That's Anakin's official lightsaber, and it's only going to be available during this event. So I'm hoping it's a harvesting tool, but even if it's, you know, just for the event, you know, like a weapon, I'll still be super happy. So I can't wait to see what happens. The only date they gave us is May 2nd, so that's just a couple of days away. Now, a lot of Star Wars fans were kind of like, why May 2nd and not May 4th? For those that don't know, May 4th is the official Star Wars day, and a lot of people say, May the 4th be with you. So, it's kind of strange that Fortnite's doing this event a little bit earlier. So, we don't know if Anakin is getting skin on the shop on May 2nd, or if the event starts on May 2nd, and maybe we get the Anakin skin on May 4th. So we just have to wait and see. But May 2nd, we know the event will be starting at least. So that's exciting. I cannot wait to play as Anakin Skywalker in Fortnite. I'm hoping we get some other characters in there as well. People are saying it's not just going to be Anakin. We might get another character. There are so many characters that could appear. Possibly even from the recent Mandalorian show. I know some people are saying we're going to get a Bo-Katan skin, possibly, or someone else from the show. Honestly, who knows, but I'm excited. I'm excited for sure. Let's see. What other news do we got this week? So Nintendo is just rejoicing out here. They are extremely happy every single week that goes by. The Mario movie is surpassing every single expectation. Nintendo has gone on record to say they were not expecting the Mario movie to be, you know, this huge, like this much of a success, which I kind of find surprising because Mario is like an icon, you know. People all over the world know Mario, so I always thought a Mario movie, like an animated one, would do very, very well. But yeah, Nintendo's very happy. The movie is on its way to pass this weekend $1 billion at the box office. So can you believe that? It's going to be up there with, you know, some of the greats like Titanic, Avatar, some of the Avengers movies. Like, the Mario movie is just absolutely super, super successful. So doing amazing numbers for Nintendo. And we got some extra info regarding the Mario movie. So apparently Japan is going to start screening like the Mario movie very soon, because Japan actually did not get the movie yet. So I guess they released it in America first, and then Japan's gonna get a version just for Japan. And Nintendo came out and said that the movie, the scenes are gonna be the same, but the dialogue and story is going to be slightly changed for Japanese audiences. So Nintendo fans are really excited to kind of understand what's going to happen with the Japanese version. Some people are saying that the Japanese version might be a little more serious, might have a slightly different kind of tone to the story, you know? So I'm kind of curious to watch the Japanese version whenever that comes out. There are some movie theaters in North America that are actually going to be playing a limited time screening of the Japanese version of the Mario movie. So if you already watched the version in English, you might want to check out the Japanese version with subtitles, because yeah, apparently the story's going to be different. So I wonder if they're going to make it a little more serious. People are saying that they're going to remove some of the music in the Japanese version and put in more Mario music instead. So that will be very interesting to see. Let's see, what else do we have here? So a Sony patent has kind of appeared this past week, and it just further confirms the PlayStation 5 redesign rumors that have been going around. So, for those that don't know, the PlayStation 5 is doing extremely well for Sony, and for the past year or two, there have been a lot of reports that Sony is looking to make a new version of the PlayStation 5. People are calling it the PlayStation 5 Pro, PlayStation 5 Slim. We don't know exactly what it's going to be like, but we know that it's probably going to be a little bit smaller and maybe a little bit more powerful. There's a lot of reports saying that it won't come with a disk drive, or that it'll have like a detachable disk drive that you can buy separately if you want to play games from a disk. So there's a patent out right now that kind of confirms that Sony is redesigning the PlayStation 5. We don't know if we're going to get that announced this year officially, but I think by next year, Sony's probably going to announce something. I don't really see them announcing a new PlayStation 5 in 2023. I think they're going to wait until everybody, buys a bunch at Christmas, and then they'll maybe announce a new version. But you never know, they might actually do that in a few months. And speaking of the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 5, as of right now, has sold over 38.5 million systems worldwide. So Sony's doing extremely well with the PS5 now. PS5s are available in like every store. It used to be sold out. They finally restocked a bunch. So if you go to like Best Buy, Walmart, Target, GameStop, you're gonna find a PS5 easily now. So a lot of people are finally, buying the system that they wanted for like 2 years. So I wonder how high the PS5 units sold is going to get. I think it's well on its way to probably 100 million. Who knows if it's going to go even further than that, but I think it's a very big success for Sony so far. So yeah. Let's see what else we have here. Mark Hamill, the actor that plays Luke Skywalker, was kind of invited to be part of an ad for the new Jedi Survivor Star Wars game, and it's insane. There is a commercial out right now. You can check it out on YouTube. Just type in Mark Hamill Jedi Survivor and it should pop up. But yeah, basically you have Mark Hamill kind of playing a Luke Skywalker type character, instructing Padawan Cal Kestis in the new Star Wars game a little bit. It's like a funny skit, they did over there at the development offices for the game. It's super cool that they got Mark Hamill to be part of this commercial. I thought it was great. So a lot of Star Wars fans have been talking about that this week. Bad news for Microsoft. So the Activision Blizzard deal has fallen apart in the UK. So most of the world is perfectly fine with the kind of like buying of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft. For those that don't know, a couple months ago, Microsoft spent a ton of money and bought Call of Duty and everything else that Activision and Blizzard own. And there's a lot of governments around the world that have a lot of, I want to say, rules about big companies buying other big companies, because they don't necessarily want large corporations to just own everything. So even though, a bunch of countries, I think the US is basically completely fine with it, but the UK has kind of shot down this deal, in the UK at least. and they quoted a reason, and one of the reasons is the Nintendo Switch. So they don't like, Sony's making a big deal about this in the UK, but basically they told regulators that they don't like the deal that Microsoft is giving them for Call of Duty, that they're going to get Call of Duty for at least 10 years on PlayStation and nothing else. You know, there's no other contracts or anything. And Sony's like, that's not a really good contract. We want something better. And Nintendo, though, accepted this deal with Microsoft. They were like, hey, absolutely, 10 years of Call of Duty. We love it. Well, people checked out this contract between Nintendo and Microsoft in the courts there over in the UK. And basically the judge and other people involved there with this case determined that the deal with Nintendo is not necessarily valid because they came to the conclusion that the Nintendo Switch, which is Nintendo's current console, can't even play any of the modern Call of Duty games. Like, they actually had people come in and kind of list the specs of the Switch, like, hey, Warzone needs at least this amount of space, Warzone needs this amount of RAM to actually run, and they went through everything and they were like, Call of Duty Warzone, the recent Call of Duty games cannot run on the Nintendo Switch. Even downgraded versions cannot run on the Switch. And Microsoft couldn't really come up with any answers, Activision Blizzard either. And yeah, they basically said that kind of voids this whole deal they're trying to do with Sony. So who knows what's going to happen now, but it's crazy. It seems like Sony really does not like this deal with Microsoft and Activision, so they're trying everything in their power to make this very, very difficult. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes from here. From Software put out a trailer for their upcoming game, Armored Core 6, which is going to be launching on August 25th. Now, for those that don't know, From Software is now a very big and kind of legendary developer of the Dark Souls games, and they've made Elden Ring and Dark Souls and Bloodborne and a bunch of other games. And one of their older series they used to work on, I think since like the PlayStation 2 days, has been Armored Core, which is kind of like a mech shooting customization game where you can create your mechs, customize them, and you go on like missions and have to take out other mechs. So it's very different from Dark Souls. But the last game in the Armored Core series came out in like 2013 or 2012, which is like 10 years ago. So they've mainly just focused on Souls games, and they've been very successful. So this is the first time they're kind of returning to Armored Core, one of their series. And a lot of people are saying this is going to be an amazing game because From Software has learned so much now. They have a lot of talent, and people are calling it like a mech Souls. Like, maybe they're going to make like a mech Dark Souls type game. I don't really think so, but it's probably going to be at least pretty decent. So go check out the trailer if you're a fan of From Software, or if you like mech shooters. This is something very interesting that's coming out in August this year. What else do we got here? I'm trying to go through all the big and important information. Let's see, what else? Ooh, this is pretty cool. So there is a Jurassic Park 30th anniversary retro collection, which is going to be coming out. It's a collection of like all of the older Jurassic Park games in like one big collection. And as a fan of Jurassic Park, I think this is super cool. There have been a lot of Jurassic Park games over the years for like the Game Boy, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, stuff like that, when the original movies came out. And it's kind of hard to play those games now. Like, there's no way to actually play those on modern systems. So they're making a collection, and it's going to be available on all modern machines, I guess. So kind of excited to learn more about that. And let me see. We got one final piece of news over here. LEGO revealed a Donkey Kong Adventure Lego set. It's a few playsets in this like collection so far. I'll post some images here. But that is super cool that Nintendo and Lego are working together now. And I think it's awesome. Nintendo and Lego worked with a Mario Lego set about a year or something ago. I think it was a year or two ago. And they made a few Mario Nintendo sets, and now they're doing this Donkey Kong one. I wonder what their next collection's going to be. It would be awesome to see them do other Nintendo series as well. And yeah, that's kind of all the big and important video game news for this week. So thank you all for listening, for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. So long.